If you're considering studying abroad, then you might want to keep watching this video, because in this video I'll be sharing with you 10 things or 10 reasons why you should consider studying in Germany. Keep watching. Hello beautiful people, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Oge and I'm glad to have you here as always. Thank you so much for being here with me again. So like I said earlier, I'm sharing with you 10 reasons why you should study or you should consider studying in Germany. Number one reason is that you get quality education. Of course, everybody wants to get the best. So German universities rank among top universities in the world. In the world, guys. So you might want to consider that when you're considering the schools or the country where you would like to study. Number two is cheap education. So I hear a lot of times people say studying in Germany is free. Well, it is free, yeah, it is tuition free, but it doesn't mean that you don't pay anything at all. You make some payments, but it's just really nothing compared to what you pay if you're schooling in, say, the UK or the US or Canada. It's relatively cheap. So a lot of public schools, or actually all the public schools in Germany, are tuition free. So you only pay what is called a semester contribution every semester. That semester contribution usually would cover for your transportation as well around the city, but this will also depend on the school that you are in. Like for example, my own school, my semester contribution does not cover for my bus ticket, but when you compare the price to every other place, it's ridiculously cheap. So on an average, the cost for semester contribution in Germany can range from as low as 95 euros up to as high as, say, 350 euros thereabouts. I think there are some schools that pay as high as 800 euros, but I don't think there are a lot of schools that do that. Really few schools, but most schools are just around this range. You can see that it's relatively, not even relatively cheap, it is very cheap compared to $15,000, between $15,000 to $30,000 that you pay for education, higher education in the US, Canada, or the UK. Who doesn't want to save money, please? Now, if you're worried about the language, since in Germany the language here is German, or Deutsch in the proper terms for it is Deutsch. If you are worried about that, you don't have to worry, because you can study in English. There are so many courses that allow you to study in English. Actually have up to about 1,400 courses and above that you can study here in Germany in English. So worry not, language is not the problem. Language is not the problem. You can study in English. Of course, this would depend on the course that you're studying, the school that you're studying in, and all of that. So while you're doing application, you need to look out for this in your application. You need to be sure that the school that you're applying for teaches in English, and the particular course that you're applying for is being taught in English, because in the school you might have courses. You might have a school that teaches in English, yeah, but there are certain courses that they don't teach in English. They teach only in German. So for example, in my school, they teach in English, but if you're studying interior architecture, it is not taught in English, it is taught in German. So it is great, or it would be advisable to be careful. Read everything carefully and be sure that you're following the right instructions. Another reason is that as a student here in Germany, you can work part-time for 120 days. You can work part-time for 240 days, or full-time for 120 days. So usually a lot of students would work full-time during the holidays and work part-time during school period. So you see, you can fund a lot of things while you are studying. You can work and school, and you can take care of certain bills for yourself. Another reason is that employment here, or the rate of unemployment, is really low. Germany gives you 18 months to look for a job, after which if you don't find one, you have to go back to your country. But if you do find one, you can stay back and start living in Germany, of course, and do all the processes and all of that. Germany has one of the lowest unemployment rates in the EU. So you see that there are a lot of opportunities to get a job and all of that. Now, when people say there are a lot of opportunities to get a job, my brothers, my sisters, it does not mean that there are jobs on the road waiting for you to go and pick it up. Because when people always ask, so people ask me some questions, I'm like, guys, come on. When someone tells you that unemployment rate is really low, it doesn't mean that every single person in this country is employed. That's not what it means. However, it means that your chances of getting a job is higher as compared to so many other countries. That's what it means. It means you need to put in the work. You need to do what it is that you need to get done to ensure that you're employable, to ensure that you have the skill that is required for wherever it is that you want to be employed in. Please, let's bear that in mind. Another thing is that the companies here in Germany are very open to take a lot of students, especially for internships, part-time jobs, and working students and all of that. This gives you as a student a lot of hands-on experience as to what is going on in the field that you have chosen to study in. It's a great way to get into the economy. I always believe personally that one of the best ways to get into the economy of a country in terms of work or one of the easiest way, is through education. So when you come in as a student, you can begin to think about things like internships, think about things like part-time work or student jobs that you can do while you're here to get some level of experience and to understand and get a feel of what the German work life is like. Another great reason to consider studying in Germany is that the cost of living in Germany is a lot lower than a lot of other European countries. So great reason. So aside from paying little money for schooling, you still pay little money for living generally. A lot of other countries like Luxembourg, and all of that, they spend a lot of money to live in those countries. But Germany is pretty cheap as compared to these other countries. Another great reason to consider studying in Germany is that with your student visa, you can travel to up to 26 countries in Europe. So you can travel around, you can have a feel of so many other countries. I think it's a super great thing, it's super interesting that you can go anywhere by train, by flight, whatever, with your student passport, your student visa. Sorry. So it's super interesting. You get to meet new people, you get to interact with new cultures, you get to learn more people, you get to learn about more people. What is learn more people? Learn about more people, and stuff like that. I think it's a great thing. Another reason why you should also consider Germany is that you get a new perspective to life and how people interact and live, international people, because Germany is very open. Right now it's a very international country because you find people from all over the world in Germany. You find a lot of international students from all over the world. So what this means is that you are open to a lot of people. You are meeting so many people from different parts of the world, which gives you different perspectives on life around the world. You get to meet different people, know different cultures. Of course, you won't get the best of every culture just by meeting them outside of their country, yes, but you get to understand or get a feel of how people think in different places, how people from different places think, behave, interact, and you just build a wider circle of your international connections. Another reason to also study in Germany is that while you're here in Germany, you can pick up a new language, German, Deutsch. You can pick up a new language. Now, your pace, how fast you pick up this language will generally depend on you actually, on how much work you're able to put into learning the language and how quick you are with learning languages generally. So I think it's a great thing that you learn an extra language. You're not just speaking English and your local dialect, but you're also adding another language, which is German. It's a great reason to also study here in Germany. Another reason to study in Germany is that the country is safe. It is really safe regardless of your nationality, so there's no need to worry about being attacked or being killed or something, gun violence and stuff like that. They're safe. So I would say, with these few points of mine, I hope I've been able to convince you and not to confuse you that studying in Germany is a good idea. I hope that these reasons are able to let you know, or able to convince you that Germany is a great place to study if you would like to study abroad. It's cheap, it's safe, it's fun. Yes, it's fun because you get to travel to so many places. It's fun and you get to learn a lot of culture. Like I've said all through this video. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Do have a fantastic week. If you have questions for me, I'm open to take questions, and I hope I'm able to respond to them as quickly as possible, because I get a lot of questions concerning studying in Germany, processes, procedures and all of that. In the coming videos, I'll be sharing with you everything about studying in Germany. However, if you have questions, specific questions that you'd like me to answer, do ask them in the comment section. I will probably make a video on it or answer you directly, whichever one. However, I like to say that I plan my videos ahead of time. I record them ahead of time. So if I don't do a video as a response to your question, please just be patient with me. You'll get the video as quickly as possible. However, I'll still answer you anyway, whether there's video or not, or no video. So I hope that you've enjoyed today's video. So have a fantastic week, guys. Bye.